So here's just some of the basics about how this tracker works. So before you start making any sound, you're going to need to connect to a server. So first, let's go ahead, type in a username, and I can just connect to my own server because I've got the server patch running right on my computer. Once you're connected, you can send a message to everyone else on the server. You can like messages, do whatever. But what we're most focused on is the sound. So you're going to want to get a wavetable set up. As you can see, there was already a wavetable set up on the server. So it automatically changed that when I connected. We'll just reset that. So the basics are this top section here is the wavetable itself. So we can just make a basic square wave, maybe a sawtooth, not a very straight one, or a pulse wave. Pulses and squares are probably the easiest to make. And then this is the envelope. So we can just draw in some sort of curve there. And then of course we'll want to give the note a duration, how long it'll play for. We'll just leave it at the default octave around C4 or whatever. And we can confirm changes, and that should send it to the server. Next, we'll want to put some instructions into the sequencer. So let's just say we want this to play MIDI note 64 every time it plays through. So make sure DSP is turned on. And it's just playing through these, but there's only one note so far and there's no effects. So we could play a bunch of different notes. But what we can also do is add some effects to make things more interesting, which is what you'll usually do in trackers. So right now, all of these are set to Z, which means no effects. When you first start the patch, they might be just symbol, but those will automatically change to this. So let's say we want this to be arpeggiated. So we can just set it to 0, this column to all zeros, which is the arpeggiation number. And then because we have the arpeggiation number here, we can put in the number of semitones that we want it to arpeggiate here. So we can do 3 semitones up, then 7 semitones up, an octave up, and the same note. All of these are in hex. So just like normal trackers, if you go, we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but then past that you have A, B, C, D, E, F. So C is basically 12, so that's going an octave up. Once we're happy with that, we can see how it sounds. And of course, there's plenty of other effects that you can use, but that's the basics of how to get started.